Once, when I was a little, I heard a voice call so long an elephant wool. The magic stayed with me all day and decided to join in. The adults told me the same thing. It turned great on you. They didn't understand. They just told me to do something with myself like study geography or mathematics. I followed their advice and became a waiter, a job that allowed me to travel the planet and live the life they always wanted. I've been living in an adult world for several years now, but I never felt comfortable. One day, while flying over the desert, my plane had an engine problem and fell to the ground. If it couldn't take off, it wouldn't survive. Suddenly, a boy with blue eyes appeared in front of my eyes. It was the little prince. He said to me, "Can you paint me a lamp?" I looked for the color markers in my backpack and drew the three lamps, but he didn't like any of them. One was old and the other ugly, because it was too pink. I got tired of him insisting so much that I drew him a box assuring him that there was the lamp he wanted. The little prince lived on a small planet. On this planet there were volcanoes and the air was covered with huge bubbles. The little prince really liked to watch the sunset. He knew how to enjoy the little thing in life. They told me that there were two types of plants on every planet, good plants and bad plants. The bad plants had to be uprooted immediately, because they had enormous roots. A small planet like this could form and explode. Why do roses have thorns? The little prince asked me one day. That the animals not eat them? I answered, they eat them the same way. In that case, I don't know. I have something important to do. We are lost in the desert, and I can fix my plane. We will die. Things important. Roses have had thorns for millions of years. Don't you think it's important to ask yourself about them? Yes, said the little prince. I pushed and gave him a hug. He was right. In the adult world, the important things are numbers, where people don't appreciate the small details of the world around us. Unique flowers grew on the planet of the little prince. One day, a different flower grew on the planet that was incredibly beautiful. A little selfish, and the flower thought it was invincible because it had four thorns. It was a big flower, and it always demanded attention from the little prince. The little prince thought about the day he said goodbye to his flower and how they both loved each other. The first planet that the little prince visited was ruled by a king. My first subject, explained the king. Upon seeing him, the little prince was confused to hear him say that it cannot be explained, that the entire universe had to obey him. And you? You can demand what you want? He asked the little prince. No one should always demand what people are capable of doing. I think I have nothing to do here. I have to go. The king tried to contain the little prince in every way possible. He even appointed him minister of the realm. Nothing could change his mind. He had continued his journey. He kept thinking, I know people are so weird. On the next planet lived a vain person. Oh, admire, said the vain man. Start applauding me until I tell you to stop. After partying for a while, the little prince got tired and stopped. You admire me a lot of? What does it mean to admire someone? Admire someone is the same as admitting that I am the prettiest, the most intelligent, and the best person on this planet. But you are the only one on this planet. Why do you want people admire you? The little prince was definitely realizing that older people were very strange. The little prince told me that the third planet was inhabited by a businessman who was as red as tomato and did calculations all the time. 2 million. Next month I will earn double. 2 million what? Stars. I will have 2 million stars. And what do you do with 2 million stars? I count and put them in the bank. But that doesn't make sense. The little prince left, thinking again about how strange all people are. The fourth planet was small. There was only lantern and a liar. Why do you turn the lamp on and off all the time? It's my duty. I have to turn on the street light at night and turn it off in the morning. But know that the planet is smaller. The sun sets every 5 minutes. And your job has always been the same? Yes, the planet has changed, but my work stayed the same. I don't have time to rest, even though my job is what I like the most. The little prince thought that the liar was the lead actor of all the other people who had a job, and he worried about something else beside himself. The last planet he visited was the largest and was inhabited by an old woman who was a geographer, and who knew where the oceans, mountains, and deserts were. So there are many seas on your planet? I don't know. I'm a geographer, not explorer. I count on the explorer to inform me about everything they see. Do you also know about the flowers? They are the most beautiful thing on my planet. No, I'm not interested in flowers because they rot quickly and disappear. I like them more than mountains because they never change. At the same moment, the little prince reeked having left his flower. Finally, the little prince arrived on Earth. 7 million people live on that planet. Among them, there were lampliers and thousands of vain people. When the little prince got there, he saw a field of roses that reminded him of his flower, and then he found a beautiful animal. Who are you? You look very pretty. I am a fox. Come play with me. I'm very sad. I can't. I'm not domesticated. What does it mean to be domesticated? It means having a bond with someone. For me, you are just another boy, and I don't need you at all. But if you tame me, we are going to get attached. And oh no, someone. I won't tame you. You must get patient with me. At first, little by little, we will get closer. The little prince began to tame him. Little by little, he became with the fox. Every day he played. One day they had to say goodbye. I'm going to cry. But you go see the field of roses, and then come back. I will tell you a secret.
Is this the place that I've been dreaming of?
To do.
Oh, simple
Like the rest of the
thing,
roses.
where have you
This
gone?
rose was unique.
I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. And if you have a minute, why don't we go? Talk about it somewhere only we know. This could really end up everything. So why don't we go somewhere only we know?
If he wanted something, he will get it.
Somewhere
What really
only
makes a desert more
we
beautiful is the
know.
underground well that makes something beautiful invisible to the eyes. The little prince had fallen asleep, and I kept walking holding him in my arms, as if he were a treasure. That's when we found the well and drank from it. It seemed like the water gushed out as a river for walking under the stars and flow over her effort. It was a gift from the heart, like when I looked at the Christmas lights as a child. The little prince was never in the well. I went to see him. When I arrived, I saw him talking to a snake. He looked very dangerous. He was a pale in snow. He looked at me and I understand everything. I fixed my plane. I said, He said, "I'm glad. I too return home from my trip. It's much longer and more complicated." We were standing in the desert, in the light of day, but I felt frozen. I couldn't believe I will never hear his laugh again. Tell this, it's all about dreaming. I don't want you to leave. Let me take this journey alone. Suddenly, there was a flash of lightning, and the little prince fell on the side of the desert. Many years have passed, and I knew that his little prince had returned to his planet, because since the next morning, his little body was no longer in the desert. The Sahara Desert is the most beautiful and saddest place in the world. It was where I saw the little prince for the first time, and it was also where he disappeared. If one day you find yourself there, don't rush, enjoy the views. Never lose the child inside you, because what is truly beautiful is invisible to the eyes, and only children are able to see with the heart.